principal mission of the customer relationship professional is to create loyalty by continuously strengthening the personal relationship with the client. To help us understand how we create loyalty, let's examine what loyalty means and why creating it is the most valuable role the CRP can play.
First, loyal customers are faithful to your company. They are committed. They've stopped shopping for alternatives. Loyal customers typically provide a consistent revenue stream and are a great source for referrals. Second, loyalty is strictly interpersonal. That means only a person can be the object of true loyalty, and one person in a company can create loyalty or destroy it. Studies show that it costs 5 to 7 times more to gain revenue from new customers than it does from existing customers. At the same time, 75% of customers who leave a company say they were satisfied or even very satisfied when they left. So loyalty is much more valuable than satisfaction. It's the glue in customer relationships.
As Kathy mentioned, loyal customers are committed. So consistently reinforcing that commitment not only impacts customer satisfaction levels, it generates loyalty. Improving skills in this area will retain customers and increase profitability by adding revenue at a lower cost to your company. We assure ourselves that we are generating customer loyalty by gaining commitment during every interaction with the customer.
It is surprising that the most common mistake in customer interactions is the failure to have a plan for gaining commitment. We call this plan a commitment objective, and you need one for each and every customer contact. The relationship between Acts 1 and 7 is clear. We set our commitment objective in Act 1 and accomplish the commitment objective in Act 7.
Customer contacts that are missing a commitment objective can become confusing and result in a waste of time for both you and your client. Let's take a look at what can happen when a CRP fails to set a clear commitment objective.
Boy, this could be a big opportunity for us. Nick is having problems with his current shipping equipment. I really think he's hot to upgrade to a new system. Wait until I tell him about Seals It. He'll flip. I'll get this upgrade for sure.
Hi, this is Nick James.
Good morning, Nick. It's Jen Stevens, Tech Support Specialist from Shippers Supply. How's it going today?
It's going pretty well, Jen. Business has been great. So, what do you got for me today?
I sure like Jen's enthusiasm and confidence. Let's fast forward to the end of Jen's conversation and see what happens.
And furthermore, Seals It saves you a lot of time by always having shipping data at your fingertips. It's really a great solution, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Listen, Jen, I have an appointment coming in that I have to prepare for. Can you email some product information or something to me on your system?
Sure.
Thanks for the call, Jen. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Nick. Goodbye.
How did it go, Jen?
Great. He loves Seals It. I'm 95% sure he'll go with it. We'll get this add-on for sure.
How did you leave it with him? What's the next step?
Well, I guess I'll call him back after I email him some product specs. He asked for more information. That means he's interested, doesn't it?
Let me find out. Excuse me.
Yeah.
If I may ask, where did you leave it with Jen? What's the next step?
Well, come to think of it, I'm not really sure. I mean, to tell you the truth, for all we accomplished today, she could have just emailed me the product information and saved me a lot of time.
What's your level of interest?
Well, the system sounds pretty good, and I would seriously consider it, but we're so busy lately, I'd really hate to waste more time with Jen. You know, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give her competition a call and check them out.
Ouch. Let's see how we might avoid this problem.
Earlier we mentioned that the principal mission of the CRP is to increase loyalty by strengthening the relationship with the customer. Loyal customers are committed, and that starts with a commitment objective for every customer contact. The commitment objective is a goal we set for ourselves. What we want to accomplish is to gain feedback from the customer in the form of an agreement or commitment. This agreement moves the customer decision process forward. When we do this consistently, we create loyalty relationships which result in greater business opportunities for your company. By examining a typical customer decision cycle, we can easily understand how this works. For example, let's assume the following decision cycle. An initial phone or face-to-face conversation is made with your customer. The commitment objective is to agree to have an initial conversation about the customer's situation. This conversation can happen during the initial meeting or at another agreed-to meeting. That first conversation will be a needs analysis, fact-finding meeting. An example of a commitment objective for this milestone would be to continue your conversation or to schedule another conversation where you can demonstrate how your solution will benefit the customer based on the needs that you uncovered during the needs analysis meeting. For the demonstration milestone, you can establish a commitment objective of presenting a proposal or scheduling a proposal meeting with key decision makers. After your first 3 milestones, you have gathered enough information about your customers' needs and their decision-making process, you have demonstrated how your solution can address their needs, and you are ready to discuss your proposal. At the proposal meeting, you set a commitment objective to agree to implement your solution.
This appears to be very obvious material. Then why do so many of us fail to establish clear commitment objectives? A big part of the answer is that we tend to confuse the commitment objective with objectives. Let's look at the difference between the two. An objective for a customer contact is a goal you set for yourself, such as respond to a customer's questions, provide information that will help your customer, identify opportunities to add another product or service solution, recommend a solution to a client need, or to solve a problem that the customer is having. These are excellent objectives, and they're very important, but they are not the primary goal of a customer interaction.
Remember, your mission as a CRP is to gain commitment from a customer and increase loyalty. A commitment objective is an objective that requires your customer to make a commitment to you, such as scheduling a conversation, gaining permission to present your solution, agree they are satisfied with your solution to their problem, gain agreement to meet with another person from your company, or to purchase an add-on item.
If you do not gain a commitment, you're not doing your job properly. And, in addition, the customer is left with a feeling that nothing has been accomplished. They will subconsciously ask, how can I keep this person from wasting my time? Let's go back to our previous example and see how Jen can accomplish her mission of gaining commitment.
Boy, this could be a big opportunity for us. Nick was having problems with his current shipping equipment. I really think he's hot to upgrade to a new system. Wait until I tell him about Seals It. He'll flip. I'll get this upgrade for sure. Wait a minute now. What's my commitment objective? To set up another phone appointment with him and his key staff person to review a proposal. I got this one for sure.
Hello, this is Nick James.
Good morning, Nick. It's Jen Stevens, tech support specialist from Shipper Supply. How are you doing today?
Very well, Jen. Business has been great. So, what do you have for me?
That's better, Jen. Same enthusiasm, same confidence, but this time with a purpose in mind. She has a commitment objective. Let's move to the end and see if she gains her commitment.
And furthermore, Seals It saves you a lot of time by always having shipping data at your fingertips. It's really a great system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Say, listen, Jen, I have an appointment coming in that I have to prepare for. Can you email me some product information or something on your system?
As a next step, I'd like to prepare a proposal for you that would detail the advantages of Seals It and the kind of investment you'd be looking at. Could we schedule another meeting with yourself and anyone else on your staff you feel would be appropriate to review my proposal?
Sure. Jamie manages all our shipping, so she would need to be involved too.
How about a phone conference with you and Jamie next week at the same time?
Yeah, that would work for me. I'll schedule it with Jamie. Thanks for the call, Jen. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Nick. I'll call you next week. Goodbye.
This was only one example, but it shows the importance of always having a commitment objective. There are occasions when you may need to change your commitment objective during the conversation as new information is uncovered. For instance, when you are involved in situations where the customer is making a decision to implement your solution, you may discover there are additional decision influences. That is, people in your customer's organization who are also involved in the decision. These decision influencers will fall into 3 categories. The specialist screens out potential options by determining how well they meet specifications. End users either use or supervise people who use your product or service solution. They are concerned about how your solution performs. The ultimate decision maker, or UDM, has bottom line responsibility and is able to say no to your proposal even if everyone else says yes. To appeal to the specialist and the end user, you'll need to help them understand how they'll be better off personally when they have your solution. In most cases, the final commitment objective that can be accomplished is to gain approval to recommend your solution. With the UDM, you'll focus on the benefits of ROI and efficiency. You can have a commitment objective of asking for the commitment to move forward with the purchase decision when you are talking to the UDM.
If the decision maker type you're speaking with is not the ultimate decision maker, your commitment objective may change from getting a commitment to move forward to gaining agreement to recommend your solution. Or your commitment objective might need to change to scheduling another conversation that includes the UDM. Commitment objective involves the customer in moving the decision process forward. Without a plan for gaining commitment, CRPs are not planning to perform their principal mission of creating loyalty. If you enter the customer conversation without a commitment objective or with the wrong commitment objective, you run the risk of losing the opportunity and perhaps the customer entirely.
Action Selling CRP helps you become a more consistent loyalty generator. With Act 1, we are always planning to win.